Hello, Aquarius. I hope you're all doing well. Happy birthday. You get to go first this month because it's your birthday season. So this is going to be your love reading for February 2022. This is going to be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. And it's not going to resonate with everyone. So let your intuition guide you to the things that are meaningful for you. You could also check out the other signs that make up your natal chart. A lot of times those readings contain additional messages. And thank you all for your support. If this resonates, please feel free to like and subscribe. So we're going to start off with what the main energy surrounding you is. Regarding love, Aquarius. We're getting communication. You are clear in your intention and expressions. All right, so the main energy surrounding you, Aquarius, has something to do with communication, being truthful, having clarity in your communications and in your expressions. So that's just the overall energy that's surrounding you in February, communication. So let's get two more cards here to go with communication. What's going on with communication for Aquarius? And we're getting wisdom, knowledge gained through experience or from a wise counselor, and boundaries. Know when to put up and let down your walls. So we have communication, we have wisdom, and boundaries. So we're going to see what's going on with wisdom here. The knowledge gained through experiences or from a wise counselor. What's going on with wisdom for Aquarius regarding love this month? And we're getting the Hanged Man, the Hierophant, and the Six of Wands. So it does feel like for some of you, this communication, it feels like you're waiting on some sort of communication with, excuse me, with the Hanged Man energy. This is about kind of taking a time out, just kind of, waiting. It's a time of stillness with the Hanged Man energy. And with communication, clarity in your intentions and your expression, along with wisdom, the knowledge gained through experience or from a wise counselor. It feels like when it comes to communication in regards to a love situation, whether you're in a connection or not, there is a time of waiting with the Hanged Man. This is major arcana. And, it feels like after a time of waiting, it feels like things could feel like they're stuck. There's a pause in the situation. And also with the Hanged Man, there is a need to learn something. That's going to bring a fresh perspective. And next to the wisdom card, there is a need to learn, be still, to learn, to gain wisdom. And it's this wisdom that you've gained through experiences or from somebody, a wise counselor, somebody that you trust to gain the wisdom through. But that brings, once this wisdom energy comes in, where it comes to, something, the communication has been stalled, it's stuck. There's a pause, possibly the communication started and then there's kind of a temporary pause. Because you need to be able to gain wisdom when it comes to this communication, when it comes to being clear in your intentions and your expression. And once you've gained that, though, it brings a fresh new perspective and it brings new faith. This is also major arcana, and this is the Hierophant card. This can be Taurus energy, but this is also a card about lessons. It's also a card about wisdom. It's a card about divine guidance. And spiritual beliefs and lessons. This is about having faith in this wisdom. So we have, two cards about learning lessons, and then a card about wisdom, divine guidance. So like I said, there is a time, things are paused. Whatever's going on with this situation, it's on pause because there needs to be this wisdom energy that comes in, so that when and a fresh perspective when it comes to communication in a love situation. As this fresh, as you gain this wisdom, and this wisdom comes in from divine guidance, from having faith, you're going to be able to have a fresh perspective and have faith in the situation. The Hierophant, Taurus is also very, it's a solid foundational energy. There's structure and order here, stability and order. And faith when it comes to spiritual beliefs and lessons. And then we have, it feels like new passionate communication here with the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands can be a card about attention. It can be a dating energy, a flirtatious energy with the Six of Wands, but it is about attention. You're gaining attention. There is attention coming in, and it's passionate attention. It is successful energy. There's victory here, but there is, dating, attention, and recognition coming in with this Six of Wands. Like I said, after a time of a pause, a temporary pause, things kind of stagnate, things kind of feel stuck. But then we come into this Hierophant card to this Six of Wands. So it does feel like there is going to be this passionate communication, this passionate attention, flirty communication, somebody asking you, communicating that they'd like to get together with you, whatever, come into connection here in a passionate way with the Six of Wands. And so let's get a card just to clarify the Hanged Man, the Hierophant, and the Six of Wands. And we're getting the Seven of Wands. So, the Seven of Wands can be a card about being kind of defensive, standing your ground energy. But it can also be a card about courage. So it does feel like, Aquarius, it's the wisdom to be courageous and have bravery and not give up. Feels like that's the message with the Seven of Wands. Be courageous in this situation. Don't give up. Make sure that you're not defensive in your communications. It feels like you need to be clear in your intentions and expressions when it comes to a love situation. It feels like if you kind of lose faith because there is this temporary pause, that's where you can kind of get defensive here. But it just feels more so, you're progressing from the Six of Wands and then the Seven of Wands, kind of defensive energy. But it feels like the main message for this Seven of Wands this time is about not giving up. Don't give up on this situation. Hang in there. Have the courage to allow the spiritual lessons to come in from divine guidance. Have the courage to allow this temporary pause to bring a fresh new perspective. And like I said, we do have Taurus energy. Some of you could be connecting with a Taurus. But this is just about keeping the faith. And, the Hierophant is about lessons and wisdom and divine guidance. And this faith, the spiritual beliefs, the lessons, the faith, does bring commitment, stability, and order to this situation. And then, like I said, there is somebody's approaching you, or there is this energy of coming towards you. Is this Six of Wands energy? It's very passionate attention. And so let's get a card for boundaries. It's interesting. We have the Seven of Wands, the card of, that can be defensive. And then down here we have boundaries, knowing when to put up and let down your walls. That comes, that's the wisdom that is gained through this fresh new perspective, through your past experiences, where possibly coming back to being guarded and defensive, you kind of maybe used your boundaries inappropriately. Because of bravery and courage, it feels like you kind of just maybe been a little bit standoffish when it comes, when you get to this point where there's this very passionate attention and, dating energy, you kind of start to put up your guard. Don't give up on this situation, but the wisdom that you need to gain from this is that you need to take a look at your boundaries and know when to put up your boundaries and when to let down your walls. So, and have faith in this wisdom about your boundaries, because what you want to do in this situation is you want to be very clear in your intentions and your expressions when it comes to a love situation. Clarity. And that comes back to the boundaries issue. not communicating, putting up your walls and not communicating, becoming guarded and defensive when somebody is paying you attention, because of fear, it feels like, because of, not having faith that, you deserve great love. So let's just get some cards for boundaries and see what's going on with the boundary issue here. And we're getting the Ace of Cups, the Fool, and the Eight of Wands. Wow. So, boundaries. When you work through the boundaries and you're very clear, you're ready to, you're ready to know when to put up your walls, let down your walls. And this clarity that comes in, this spiritual wisdom about your boundaries, any issues you've had around boundaries, actually comes to, it brings stability here with the Hierophant card. You have faith in yourself, it feels like, with this fresh new perspective, that you've gotten clarity, you've gained wisdom on your boundary issues. And then we have two cards of new beginnings here. A brand new beginning in love with this Ace of Cups. This is a new start in love, a new offer of love. This is new, if you're in a connection, this is new emotional satisfaction. Things being a new start and things being very emotionally fulfilling for you. We also have the Fool, Major Arcana, coming in to say this is a new beginning in love. Sometimes new beginnings require a leap of faith here, a risk. They require you to leave the past behind, not take the past with you in this brand new beginning. The past, it feels like, of boundaries, the boundary issues, do not take them on this new journey with you. You're going to travel very light. And like I said, it is about taking a leap of faith. Back to this Seven of Wands energy. You don't want to carry this Seven of Wands energy and boundary issues into this new beginning, into this brand new beginning in love. And it feels like once you come into this new energy comes in, this new loving energy, and you're ready to take this leap of faith, and it's like, bam, here, things just start. There's quick, passionate communication coming in. There's a lot of messages. A lot of things start happening at once, and things start moving very fast when it comes to passionate communication. And, this is, they call these the arrows of love. They just start flying here very passionately, very fiery, passionate energy with this Eight of Wands. So it looks very nice. It's very clear here. So I don't think we need to pull a clarifying card for this row. Once you work through your boundary issues, you've gained the wisdom about when you should put up your walls and when you should let them down, and worked through this Seven of Wands energy. It feels like this is just kind of you, from past experiences, you've kind of gotten into the habit of being guarded and defensive, putting up your boundaries, and when it's not necessarily needed, but you're gaining wisdom, from your experiences, looking back on your experiences with this Hangman energy, pausing things, allowing this fresh new perspective on, wait a minute, I have faith in myself that I do know how to work with my boundaries going forward in this new loving situation, this brand new beginning, and I'm ready to take a leap of faith, and then things just start to take off. So let's see what the best advice is for you, Aquarius. And we're getting putting in the work, action that helps achieve goals, building the path for success. So you're putting in the work with this fresh new perspective, gaining the wisdom that's needed. When it comes to communication, you're coming from a place with a fresh new perspective. You're ready to be clear on your intentions and your expressions when it comes to a love situation. All this wisdom that you've gained with the Wisdom card and the Hierophant, there's divine guidance at work also, but there's lessons learned, the wisdom coming in from the lessons that you've learned. And there is this attention that's coming. Notice the Six of Wands and the Eight of Wands, and the Seven of Wands here. So there is progression through the situation. Now remember, with the Seven of Wands, you might want to put up your guard, but you are progressing to where when this Eight of Wands energy comes in, you've put in the work. You're ready to take the action that's going to help you achieve your goals when it comes to a love connection. And you're building the path for success. And there is brand new energy coming in when it comes to love. Remember to be, you know, allow yourself to have faith to take this risk. Take a leap of faith when it comes to this new beginning in love. You know, there is, for those of you that are in a connection, it is a brand new reset here with the Ace of Cups, with the Fool card. So just remember, it's about communication, you know, being clear in your intentions and your expression. It's about the knowledge gained through experience or from a wise counselor. You know, learning spiritual lessons so that you can have a fresh new perspective when it comes to this brand new beginning in love. And the best advice here is to make sure that you're putting in the work. You know, taking the action that helps you achieve your goals when it comes to a love situation, and that you are actually, you know, if you put in the work, that you are actually building the path for success and embarking on this brand new journey. So I hope this was helpful, Aquarius. I hope you have a happy birthday and a happy February. And until next time, I'm wishing you lots of love and many blessings.